This video will show you how to use the logical operators and or in C#. The purpose of this program is to let the user enter their age in years and then show them different message depending on the value of their age. So we have a text box named text box age, and I have a button named button message. And then when the button is clicked, we're going to retrieve the information from the text box and store it into a variable of the double type named age. So we're going to say double parse, we need to convert it to a double, text box age dot text. So we're going to get the text from there, convert it to a double using parse, and then stored it into our variable named age. Then let's check if my age is less than 18. I'm going to have a message for the user, which is message box show, and it will be you are a minor. If the user is over 21, then I will have another message, which is you are over 21. Alright, so if the user's age is greater than 21, then I'll have a different message. Now let's suppose I want to have the user, I want to make sure that, let's check to see if they're between 18 and 21. I can have a nested if my age is greater than 18, and then inside of it I'll have another if my age is less than 21. Then I can show the user another message, this time that they are in between, 18 and 21. Okay, let's test our program with just these so far. So if I have a 1, you're minor. If I have 111, you're over 21. And if I have 20 as a number, then you're between 18 and 21. Okay, so far it's working. Now let's see what happens if I go in there and enter a negative value. -1, right? Oh, you're minor. Well, let's fix that. So what I want to do is I want to tell it if my age is less than 0, if it's a negative value, then I'll have a message saying invalid. Okay, must be positive. Invalid number. Okay, so let's check. So this time if I go and I put a negative, show a message, invalid number, and then it shows me you're a minor again. Because even though I added this if, this is still true. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an else if, right? So this is true and this is true. So both of the message boxes were shown. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to else if, and then the rest of them are also going to be else ifs. Okay, now how this is going to change things is the first time one of these is true, this is where this if else if chain is going to stop. So if it's true here, it will stop, it will show this message, it will not bother checking the rest. If this is false, then it will go to the next one, it will check. If this is true, it will show this, and then after that it will not show the rest. So it's a way to make it stop at the first thing that is true. So if my age is less than 0 this time, it should not show you your minor. So -1 and invalid number only. Okay, now the same thing we can do is if we have an age that is really big, right? Let's say somebody goes in there and puts a really big, right? And we don't want to have that to show as you're over 21. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add the other logical operator or. So if age is less than 0 or my age is greater than, let's say, 123 for a human being, we're going to say invalid number. Okay, so now let's test it again. I'm going to go in there, I'm going to put a 11111, invalid number, okay, and that's it. Okay, so that is an example of the logical operator or. Okay, so the way this works is both of these conditions are checked, and if either one of them is true, then whatever is inside of the curly brackets is going to be executed. Okay, now let's go back to the else if here, which I have. I'm going to go in there, I'm going to take it out, disable it using a multi-line comment. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I am going to rewrite this using the logical operator end. So I'm going to say else if age greater than 18 and age is less than 21. So if the age is greater than 18 and less than 21, then I'm just going to show this message that I showed before using the nested ifs that you saw. And let's test the code. So for negative, invalid number. For a really, really big number, invalid number. Let's give it a 1. That's a minor. Let's give it 19. You're between 18 and 21, so the end worked. And over 21. Over 21.